Teacher Talking Sports with those would do how we live. And yesterday was the NFL's extravaganza, their schedule release. So we now know the schedule for the 2025 season for all 32 NFL teams. I'm here to talk about the New York Football Giants because they finished in last place in the NFC East. So usually, you hear how, a last place team gets a last place schedule where the other divisions they're playing, they face that last place team in the division. Well, Giants' schedule certainly doesn't look like a last place schedule. If you go by strength of schedule from last year, which I know is inexact, but they are facing the toughest win percentage out of all 32 teams. And if you look at the beginning of their schedule, it's quite the tough one to navigate. Starting off at Washington, of course, the Commanders reached the NFC Championship game last year. At Dallas was a down season for them, but Dallas seemingly, every time they play the Giants of late, they seem like they defeat them for the most part. Third week, they got the Kansas City Chiefs, of course. The most successful team really over the past half decade. Los Angeles Chargers have been an ascending team, made the playoffs last season. Jim Harbaugh's got them going. Now, at New Orleans, not a very challenging game, I don't think. But again, it's hard to tell, this early before the season. Things can, unexpected teams can rise. But just looking at the schedule, then the Eagles again at Denver. Sorry, not again. Eagles at Denver, then again at Philly. Niners, you expect to bounce back at Chicago versus Green Bay at Detroit. And then, at New England, somewhat easy. But then we end with Washington, Minnesota at Los Angeles versus Dallas. So, not many easy games on that schedule. So, of course, the Giants went into the offseason needing a quarterback. The only one that was under contract was Tommy DeVito. They signed Jameis Winston first, then Russell Wilson. Wilson is expected to be the starter. But, of course, they traded up in the first round for Jaxson Dart. And this was on the Up and Adams show, talking to Chris Sims, K. Adams. So, talking about Jaxson Dart potentially starting week 1. Let's give it a quick listen.
This season, do you expect him to get his first start?
Gosh, I would not be shocked if it started off right away. I wouldn't be shocked. I don't expect the Giants to be like a super team here.
I'm a Giants fan, and I don't expect them to be that either.
Right? I'm not picking the Giants to go to the playoffs. The amount of money they're paying Russell Wilson does not guarantee him the starting quarterback job, right? So those are things I look at to go, if Jaxson Dart is phenomenal through training camp and OTA.
That's interesting. FanDuel week 1 starter odds. Little surprised that Jameis Winston's right behind Jaxson Dart. I guess if Russell Wilson, let's say he were to get injured in preseason, maybe they throw Jameis Winston out there. But, of course, Wilson is the heavy favorite.
And has a really good preseason. And Russell Wilson's just okay and doesn't look all that sharp. I don't think they're going to I don't think they'll be scared to start Jaxson Dart here. I think to your point, Kay, this is why they like him.
All right, I'll stop it there. But yes, mentioning if Russell Wilson has somewhat of a preseason, maybe they can go to Jaxson Dart. And it's kind of been an past 3 seasons for Russell Wilson. Since he's left the Seattle Seahawks, got off to a good start last year after coming back from injury with the Steelers. But the Steelers really faded at the end of the year, still made the playoffs. But, Wilson lost in the opening round. With that schedule, you have to wonder if the Giants start, 1-4, 1-5. You have to figure that the calls will be getting loud for Jaxson Dart to be entered into the lineup. We always hear teams saying that they want to give their quarterback some time to adjust before throwing them out there. Rookie quarterbacks. We saw it last year with New England. Jacoby Brissett was supposed to be that bridge starter. Didn't take long before Drake May was inserted into the starting lineup. I mean, it was about 2 decades ago when Kurt Warner started the Giants season as the starting quarterback, was actually 5-4, but then got benched for first overall pick Eli Manning. Giants ended the year 1-6, finally winning the season finale. But of course, Eli Manning developed and won 2 Super Bowls. But what are your thoughts? When do you think Jaxson Dart will get the start? Is there any chance of the Giants reaching anything close to a 500 record? I know ESPN did their post-draft rankings, I don't know, maybe like a week ago. Giants were dead last. Ouch. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.